My name is Valks, and if I lose, it's 100% my fault, because today I'm using the worst combo in Mario Kart World and trying to win the knockout tour online. Basically, it's a game mode where if you don't stay in the top positions, you're eliminated. Only first place wins. Something quite difficult. And to add even more difficulty, I'll do it online using the worst possible card and character in the game. The first race has barely begun, and I already hate this combination because how heavy it feels to drive. The first objective is to finish with the top 20, which is the easiest part since out of 24 competitors, you just have to avoid being in the bottom 4. At this point, it's important to always grab items since most of the time we'll get mushrooms, which gave us enough of a boost to overtake other competitors. So done! Now it's time to get into the top 16. It wasn't doing too badly, but it was still lagging behind the other competitors, and with a few more boosts, we managed to break into the first top group. Now, the goal is to get into the top 12. Here, I wasn't doing too badly. I even made into the top 3. It's hard to stay in first place, but just when things were going well, this happened.
Okay, so I think there's a bush, there's a bush. Move it.
The worst part is that I saw the blue shield coming, but for some reason I couldn't get away from the other player. This mistake cost me, dropping me from the second place to the 13th. At this point, I'm out of the top 12. So, I need to gain at least 3 more positions to avoid being off the edge and actually making to the top 12. So with the power of a golden mushroom and a lot of fading out, we managed to reach 6th place out of 12. Not bad. Now, things get even harder. Time to get into the top 8. With fewer players, the chance of being eliminated are higher. I use all the items at my disposal to take down other cards, like this boomerang, which I use to hit a bomb and knock out other players, propelling me to the 4th place. However, a lightning bolt struck me, dropping me back to the 7th place. Even so, I was still motivated. I knew I could win, and I had a chance to make it to the top 8. And then... yeah, connection issues. The second race, even though I had a good start, our character really doesn't have the speed needed to keep us in first place. This car feels like driving a truck. A few seconds later, I went from first place to 15th. Once again, just to avoid dropping below 10th place, but nothing a golden mushroom can solve, and we were back in the top 20. After several mistakes, like crashing into course cars and missing items, I managed to get a mushroom that helped me just in time to avoid going off the track, allowing me to squeak into the top 16 at the very last moment. Now, it's time for the top 12, and this is where my luck ran out. Using this combo started to show why it's one of the worst. No matter how much I tried to drift, I couldn't gain enough speed to overtake the other players. And just when it seemed like I had a chance, an item will hit me. Every hit is basically a death sentence because its weight does nothing to help the car's acceleration, and it takes forever to get back to a decent speed to try for a good position. It was time to get into the top 8, but apparently, being Bowser is just too big. He absorbs every item. I struggle to regain speed, and I don't know if it's just me, but look at how obvious it's here that the character is so heavy and slow. And as any good Mario Kart game, there comes a moment where the game has to beat you down, accompanied by an emotional trauma.
Okay, I got it. I just need to keep on 6. Let's go 6. It's great. It's great. Come on, come on. Let's keep going. Move faster. Go, go. No, go hit him. No. Just go ahead, I can do it. Just move it around. No, man. No, man, it's over. It's over. It's over already. It's over. I just. No.
And what a beating they gave me. Once again, the dream vanished. Obviously, I wasn't going to give up. So, with Bowser's Pro outfit and the ugliest card possible, I geared up once more. With a bit of difficulty, I managed to get into the top 20. Despite several hits and stumbles along the way, I managed to get into the top 16 in a pretty good position. Even with all that, no matter how many mushrooms I used, Bowser's large size and weight gave me a lot of trouble. Seriously, just look at how slow he is. Because of that, I went from a respectable 7th place to a 14, getting eliminated once again. I keep trying, and even though I made some promise missing progress, a struggle lock came on my way. At the just right moment, I activated a giant mushroom which made me the lightning miss me. This was my moment. I finally broke through the top 10 barrier and I had the crown within my grasp. But
They just need to know. Just move it. Go ahead, go ahead. No, no, no. You can.
a bad read sent me crashing straight into a fish, which, as if that wasn't enough, knocked me out of the track. I lost my first place position, and even though I tried to recover, it just wasn't meant to be. The next race, while everything seems like a failure, it feels like I'm getting closer to the final stretch every time. Once again, the top 20 was easy, so I got it without much trouble. Next up was the top 16. I'd managed to qualify before, and so I did again, without any issues. Then came the top 12, where things start to get even more complicated, but I made it. Barely, but I made it. The final stretch begins. Making it to the top 8 was the second time I reached this stage of a tournament, so I had to focus and do my absolute best. To my surprise, I managed to handle it really well, and for the first time I made it to the penultimate phase, the top 4. It was even harder and it was really nervous. On the final stretch, all I had to do was use my golden mushroom, and it was stolen. Even so, I punished forward and with some anxiety, I managed to secure 4th place. This was the moment. It was all or nothing. I started using my best drifting skills to try to catch up the others. And I don't know what happened, but a mistake by the opponent in front of me sent them out of the track, giving me the 2nd place. I keep trying to drift as much as possible to gain more speed, but it seems useless. The other player had way more acceleration and advantage over me. I still dream of taking 1st place, but deep down, I knew the possibility was slipping away little by little. However, as I said before, like any good Mario Kart game, you always get a beating accompanied by an emotional trauma. But this time it wasn't for me. From 4th and last place, a player launched a blue shield that hit the opponent in front of me, giving me the 1st place. With a lot of nerves and intense focus on not making mistakes,
Oh my god, yes, yes, yes!
I did it!
Yes.
Finally! 1st place in the knockout tour in Mario Kart World using the worst combo ever. It was truly a feeling of victory. There were many moments where I thought it would be impossible, especially since I am not a really competitive player of this game. Winning the knockout tour with the worst combo feels unreal. But if you enjoyed the chaos, consider liking the video or subscribing and let me know in the comments what challenge should I try next. Thank you so much and bye bye.